So,
That's very
is there an ideal fit that you're looking for?
a tall wing who could play make and get his own shot.
Does he have to be a certain size?
6'5" to at least 6'10".
Would
So
you be interested in Brandon Ingram?
I wouldn't mind it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to anybody. I think you could talk me into fitting any player in this team. But you got to make it make sense, like the context. The context. A guy like Brandon Ingram. Um, the Pelicans don't want to go in the second apron. They don't. Yeah, that's the best I got for you because Brandon Ingram he's due for a contract extension and what's reported.
Right.
It's kind of tough. I think this summer you're gonna see a lot of like lopsided trades where it gets to the point where you're like, oh God, like I didn't know. I didn't know that player was that value was that low.
Right.
So I think that's going to happen this summer for sure. But it really depends though. It really depends. Otherwise, I prefer Murphy the third. Murphy the third don't make no money though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He don't make no money. Ingram is the guy he's about to make the big bucks.
Yeah. They're gonna throw him. They're gonna throw the bag at him. Right. So yeah, yeah. And when you're talking about trading for valuable pieces, um, yeah, he's gonna get the bag too. Trey Murphy the third is gonna get the bag.
Yep.
And full disclosure, I don't really have a um a candidate in mind.
Hmm.
I just like to hear y'all break it down and put y'all spin on it. Because in my opinion, whoever you get that helps the team win a championship, I'm along the ride for the championship. So however we get there, I don't care. I just wanna get there. I don't have a preference. Now, what I do have a preference for is the draft picks. Because I understand the go all in philosophy. I understand the go all in philosophy and I respect it. Right. But I do think you have to restock the cupboard. Right. You can eat out every day of the month, but at some point you got to go grocery shopping. Is my logic. And what I would do in that case is draft super high upside guys with the draft picks that we have available to us. I mean, super high upside guys. Like, where's my guy at? Where's my guy? Chomsky, yeah. Ryan Dunn, not super high upside, I don't think. But
Disagree with that.
but yeah, I like him. I like him, bro. I like him. I scouted him.
How you say a dude who's top three in the ACC in blocks? I you don't like that.
No, I never said I didn't like it. I love Ryan Dunn, bro. I talk about bro. I have him on the screen right here, bro. I never said I. As a matter of fact, that those that have been rocking with us, they know that I've been saying Ryan Dunn's name since before the season ended.
Mm.
I think he is a um Kawhi Leonard, OG Anunoby potential defender in the league from day one. I think a wing grouping of Ryan Dunn, OG Anunoby, and Kelly Oubre, in my opinion, is probably one of the best defensive wing groupings in the league, right? Because I think OG Anunoby is phenomenal. I think Kelly Oubre is getting there. I think Kelly Oubre is becoming that veteran player that values winning more so than numbers now. And it happens. It happens to guys, right? But I also feel like Ryan Dunn from day one can step on the floor and be a lockdown defender from day one. I just don't think his offense is there yet.
Mm.
That's my
His
that's
offense, his offensive numbers is terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. They shooting 20% from three this year.
yeah.
Um, He's also shot horrifically from the free throw line.
Right.
He shot good from the field on field goal percentage, but no, I'm looking at these guys that you got up there. That they all seem very intriguing. This Pacom Diet,
Yeah, Dadier.
Dadier.
Pakami Dadier. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it right there. He on the screen right now. Pakami Dadier.
okay. And then you got this other jumbo wing, 6'11".
Yeah.
Where are these guys mocked at? What did they? Let me look at.
Chamchi is gonna be somewhere between 40 and 50, unless somebody fell in love with him. But Chamchi has the potential to be a super athletic 225-pound 90 percentile athlete from day one. We don't know if he's a center or a power forward. We don't know if he's a small forward yet. He's from the NBA Africa
Academy.
Yeah, he's from the NBA Africa Academy, where he has limited basketball experience, but the athletic testing on him is through the roof.
Now that's an interesting pick because those are the type of picks. Those are the type of picks you take him and you develop that. Like you stash him in a G League. See, that's how he got Deuce McBride going, right? So that's the type of pick. I'd definitely take him in the second round. I was talking about Khalil Ware earlier. You know, a guy who shot terrific from three, who also blocked, I believe, 1.9 blocks per. Looking at this Chumbe guy, you can see the talent. He's a raw prospect too, and he's a willing passer. Raw prospect, willing passer, uh, willing to take the 3-point shot. I think that's the biggest eye opener for me. He's willing to take that 3-point shot. I would definitely love this guy on the roster. I mean, yeah, no, that could be a gem.
Right, and he won't be 19 until December.
Oh, yeah, I would take him.
So he won't be 19 until December.
Let me
So
look at my.
that's part of it, man. Part of it is
Mhm.
if we do all the things that you guys say with the veterans around the league, if we do everything that you guys say with whoever you bring in, whether it's Cat or Spider or um, Zach Levine or um, what's the other guy? What's my other guy?
Herb Jones or somebody.
Um, what's the other guy? Whether it's DeJounte Murray,
Mhm.
whoever it is that you look to bring in, whoever it is that you look to bring in, then you can certainly do that at the same time. Um, you
It's
know,
tough. It's tough.
stack the end of the bench with these guys and let these guys develop in the G League or however you develop them.
Yo, this is a tough draft. 'Cause I think this draft, somebody going to fall. Somebody who's supposed to go in the top 10 or top 12 is going to fall to the 20s. That's why I like this Nicola Topic guy, man. I'm gonna,
Right.
I hope when a guy like that just falls in the draft. I'm trying to see where do they have your guy at in this NBA draft. You know, you know what I see in this draft too? A lot of tall wings.
Yep.
Um, I don't think the seniors would be good. So I see Pacom, Daddy. Let me go look at. I gotta go look at some of his highlights. He's from France, bro. This France. Well, France. Well, we got Victor Wembanyama, so it's hope there. Very intriguing as well. 6'8" from France. These guys play the right way. Like they play the right way. Willing ball mover. Like that's what the Knicks need. Like they need to add guys who's willing to move the ball. Like I think that's one of the main things that the Knicks need. The Knicks been bottom 5 in assists like the past 5 years, bro. I'm so tired of that, bro. But I like that. I like that. I like that pickup. I got Keyshawn George. You know, Isaiah Collier. If you put Deuce McBride in the deal, you probably look at Chris Paul. You know, Tyler Smith. It's I think it's a lot of low key hidden talent, and this draft is going to be a funny draft. I'm not taking Sarwan. That's just me. I'm not taking one.
Okay.
I take the European kid one because
Right.
my or Zachary Rozier. I take him one because you can't take the big over the guard or the wing, man. That's it, man. That's it, man. Can't, man. So
Yeah, so that's Zachary Rissache, another dude from France, another dude with high defensive upside handles. Yo, look who is in the building. Man, long time no see, boss.
Upside handle.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo,
Let me turn
man,
this down for a
we
bit.
missed you, brother.
What's going on, man? What's going on, Uncle Freezy? What's up, State?
yo, what up, Brody?
Yo, bro, I hit you up on X about a month ago. I put your little zombie emoji in there and everything, bro.
I saw it. I was gonna respond, and I just forgot. To be honest, bro, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna respond to you." I was probably doing something, and I'm like, "Yo, I'll respond to him later," and I just forgot and shit.
Yeah, things happen. Things happen because I was wanting to give you credit for a stance that you took a year and a half ago, and people were killing you over it. And I think I may have been in that group. I may have been public enemy number one for you, but now I've turned the corner. I've gotten smarter by stealing your point. You want to hear what my stance is? What I flipped on? I don't value the center position, bro.
I tweeted something not too long ago about that. Did you see that tweet?
No, I missed it.
I said
me and Twitter don't. I ain't been messing around, bro. Like,
well, X or whatever it is, and the State is here, so he might chime in on what I'm about to say. I'm saying if we have to pay Isaiah Hartenstein $17 million, with me knowing that I have Mitchell Robinson at like $14 million this year and $13 million next year,
right,
and 2 draft picks coming up in this year's draft, right. I'm not signing him for that money, that amount of money. I'm letting him walk.
Me neither. No, I'm signing and trading him. I'm not signing y'all. I swear to God, I'm not signing him for $16 million. Can't space the floor. And if you want to go, okay, Mitchell Robinson always hurt. Okay, OG Anunoby always hurt. I mean,
right?
What you gonna do? We gonna stack a bunch of paper men together and we gonna make a notebook. Better than leave it up to God that they don't get hurt next season. I don't believe they're gonna be hurt because, like Freezy said, we're gonna stack the cupboard. You're gonna draft. You're gonna bring some kids in. You also gonna add another guy. You gotta add a guy. Ain't no way the Celtics get Porzingis and a first round pick. Something gotta give with the Knicks.
Right.
Something.
That's like well, I don't know how much of highway robbery it is because he helped them get into the playoffs in the position that they're in, but like always, he's not able to play. I mean, he's played what, 2 games in the whole postseason?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're basically about to win on the brink of winning a championship without him. Like they he makes them go over the top.
Right.
But the reason that they're going to be champions is not solely because of Porzingis.
Right.
So, but going back to the not paying the centers.
Let me just add something real quick. Just real quick. So that man played 57 games this year. Right? That man missed 25 games. Right? He missed 25 games. The Celtics were 9-1 in the playoffs without him. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the Celtics basically got to where they are without him for 35 games.
Right.
Right. But he may be their second highest paid player. With the second highest paid player on the bench. Right. And
on the bench.
Yeah, and so you can't go by like Jason Tatum, because you have to go. What I'm going by is Jason Tatum's salary. Jason Tatum right now is on his rookie max extension, looking to get his veteran extension this summer, right? But Eddie, see, this is what I wanted to say to you. If the center position is only going to get us 12 points, 14 rebounds, and maybe 2 blocks, why are we trying to pay that position $20 million?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro. That's average 8 points, 8 rebounds, bro. No, that's ridiculous, bro. That's not the way you beat the Celtics, bro.
And in game seven on our floor in our building, that man scored 0 points.
Yeah, it's no way, bro. It's no way, bro. You know what it remind me of? You know who else did some nonsense like that? And we signed them? Evan Fournier. Go look at Evan Fournier's last game as a Boston Celtics. Go look. I swear. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop my cam just for you. I want you to go look. I'm waiting.
You're right.
And while we're waiting for that, what really did it for me was the Philadelphia series, where Joel Embiid like just washed him.
Yeah.
I like, don't get it wrong. I love Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, I wish he would be a Knick, but not as that at that amount of money.
I wish he was a wing player so we can re-sign him.
Not at that amount of money, and not already having $15 million on the books for the center position at this point in time.
17,
right?
Yeah, you're right. 15, yeah.
But that just the way Joel Embiid did what he did to him, and then watching the difference between Mitchell Robinson against Joel Embiid, that's just something that I can't like. I love him as a player and for the chemistry of the Knicks.
Person, bro. I like him as a person, bro.
Yeah, no, the chemistry is beautiful. It's just there's different details within the what he is and the money and what we have that just the way you build a team. I don't think that's the way you build it. That's the roster construction. I don't think that's the way you go if you want to spend $17 million on that.
Nah, you just can't, bro.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
You would have to have a plan in place, and I'm not saying that the Knicks do not have this, because they're like I've said from the beginning, they're smart, so they go about their business. Sometimes it's not when people want it, but when they get it done, at the end of the day, we see what happens, like how they build it. If they have already something in place where Mitchell Robinson is part of a package, and Bogdanovich is part of a package to get a wing player, then you sign Isaiah Hartenstein. Beautiful. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? You give him 15, 16, 17. Okay, if you have to give him $2 million more than Isaiah, than Mitchell Robinson, you do that, but you're only paying $17 million for that position. Then you have Jericho, then you have a rookie that's getting paid like 1 point something or whatever the case is if you draft one. Or maybe you even get one in the second round and you don't even have to guarantee a contract to him. Right. But if that's the way it goes, then that's the way it goes. But if we don't have a plan in place to do that, and we have to have $30 million on our center position, no, that's a no-go for me.
For 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
You can only justify
and you can't shoot free throws, and you don't shoot threes.
You can only justify that if you trade for Karl-Anthony Towns and keep Randall. Can't justify.
Right.
Yeah, that's when you pay something like that. When you shoot for the stuff, it doesn't matter. The Knicks re-signed Iheart and OG in the second apron. The Knicks don't re-sign Iheart; they still extend OG. They're probably in the first apron. I'd rather go in the second apron, knowing that I got a guy like Zach LaVine or one of these dudes under contract the next 2-3 years, and knowing that 2025, if Doomsday, listen. 2025, if doomsday happened, it's a strong draft. I'm okay. That Cooper Flag boy, that generational, give us. But if we reach the high of heights, I think it'll be easier for us to like build our roster moving forward, especially in the draft. I trust Will Perrin. I trust them guys. I don't think they've missed on a draft pick yet, like completely missed. Quentin Ntilikina, Quentin Ntilikina, but they didn't draft in the past 2 years in the first round. I think that's attributed to Randall getting hurt. Randall started getting hurt 2 years ago. We stopped drafting in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I think it coincides with that. And we didn't draft his backup last year. I think it coincides with other Knicks players getting hurt, like, Josh Hart or Brunson. Shout out to Deuce McBride. I'm not interested in no trade that includes him.
Right.
I think he's a keeper for sure.
Eddie C, I just wanted to point out one other thing. Not only am I adopting your strategy, right? I'm doubling down and tripling down on it, bro. Have you heard through the grapevine the amount of money I want to pay the center position?
No.
Probably not, right? I don't want to pay over $10 million for 3 dudes at center, bro.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to pay. What I'd like to do is that $20 million in excess that we're talking about, like with the 3 centers if we bring them back, if we bring them back for 17, right? You got Mitch at 13 and $32 million, right?
That makes no sense.
With the $22 million savings, bro, I want to go get wing players and additional primary ball handlers to help Jalen Brunson. So in those playoff games where TJ McConnell or Kelly Oubre is dogging him all the way up the floor, we could put a ball handler on the floor to take some of the pressure off Brunson, so we could take advantage of Brunson's catch and shoot numbers. That when he had ball handling, when Randall when others can hit Jalen Brunson for catch and shoot threes, he was shooting close to 48% from 3 on catch and shoots, right? Like 47.6 something, right? But we never get there. We can't get him to catch and shoot off ball because we don't have another primary playmaker in that group of primary playmakers to break down defenses and to just get that man some easy looks every now and then.
Knicks need help. Celtics got Derek White initiated offense. Drew Holiday initiated offense. Jaylen Brown initiated offense. Jason Tatum initiated offense. You got Al Horford. This guy just never went to the 3-point shot in the corner. All of they big space the floor.
Right.
Like they got maximum space on the court. Knicks need help, man.
Right.
But I do think that Julius Randle helps alleviate a lot of that when he's playing. Like, those kickouts when he's posting up and he kicks it out. Like, I saw a lot of shots from OG Anunoby when Julius Randle was getting the ball to him on the corners when they were playing together, and Josh Hart gets him the ball when he's driving. So, obviously we do need more, but we were missing a big key cog with Julius now being there. But what I want to say about the center thing that we were talking about is, how much does Daniel Gafford get paid? Like
15 million.
The Dallas blueprint is kind of like sort of what we should adapt, which is, they have like 3 or 4 centers on their team.
Right.
Like that team right there is it's a spaced out team, but they have 4 centers on that team. They have more centers than we do on our team, and we're not looked at like that. They have Gafford, they have Lively, they have Kleber, and they have Powell.
Right.
So, that's kind of like where I want to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have some stretch bigs. You need to have some inside bigs, that roll. But the money that they pay them all together is probably like $20 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have 4 guys.
That's the point that I'm getting at, man.
Right.
Center by committee.
Right.
Send him by committee, because how often have you first of all, let me just state this just real quick. So first of all, we do know that Tom Thibodeau can take another man's trash and turn it into treasure when they get here.
Mhm.
Right? Josh Hart is an example. Josh Hart never made the playoffs. He was not a winning player before he put on orange and blue. Right? I give another example. Nerlens Noel. Right?
Mhm.
Nerlens Noel, for that brief stretch of time, that small stretch of time that Mitch was hurt with the hand injury and all of that. Nerlens Noel looked like a quality starting center, right? We paid Nerlens Noel, and that dude has not been the same since. Right? Remember we
He
gave
did it with Alec Burks too.
Yeah, Alec Burks, bro. You know who else? Dante DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo played for 3 teams before he got here.
Mhm.
Right? You know who else? Isaiah Hartenstein played for 4 teams before he got
Isaiah
here.
Hartenstein, yes.
Yeah, and if he leaves, that would be 6 teams in 7 seasons for Isaiah Hartenstein if he leave.
I heard that, and I think it's 100% true. If he leaves in free agency and goes to another team, he's not going to be the same player that he's going to be with the Knicks.
That's why, Eddie C, that's why I'm telling you, what I would do is do the same thing Tibbs had already been doing. Yo, get a quality backup center from somebody else's team that probably can't figure it out for some reason or another. Right? We knew Hartenstein was talented. Shit, Nerlens Noel was talented. Right? They just couldn't figure it out in their places. Right? What I'm saying is go get a guy, and everybody can be like, who was that dude? Why we want him? Bring him into our system. Let Tibbs him up for 2 years. Right? Let him do his thing, rehab his value. When it's time for him to get paid, let him go and get another dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, this is one I joke with Dre about. Yo, go get James Wiseman, bro. Go get Mo Bamba.
Yo, nah.
Right? And see when people hear those names, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Man, James Wiseman is trash." Hey, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. He'll find a way to make James Wiseman look really good.
Yeah, or you gonna simplify it, bro. Don't dribble. Don't listen. Wiseman, all we want you to do is block shots and rebound. Don't get out here overthinking stuff, bro. Don't be out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to Euro step. No. I don't care if you was the number 2 pick, bro. Not you not Euro stepping. You not sham guiding from 3, bro. See that paint right there? That's your job. Right? That's what he did to Hartenstein, because remember Hartenstein was an analytics darling before he got to the Knicks. He could shoot the 3, free
You
throw.
remember that guy who used to come into your show and give you all those Isaiah Hartenstein stats and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy looks like a genius now, huh?
Yeah. He looked like something right now, bro.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's bad too? That the Detroit Pistons moved off from their general manager. So I don't think we're good. I don't think we're going to be able to be making trades like we did before and getting off contracts and getting picks and moving around, maneuvering so we could get the things that we want with Detroit like we used to. I think it's going to be that's a team that we lost. We're going to have to build a relationship somewhere else.
You talking about the hookup? We got to find a hookup somewhere else.
Yeah, we had a little hook. We had a little play there. We could run plays with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, Pops on Fulton Street, where I used to go buy my Newport hats from. Yeah.
Because Wiseman is in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that you can get for 2 second rounds or something like that.
I think
and see how it works.
I think he restricted.
Yeah, but they have the other kid too.
No, they traded him to Washington.
No, what's the one that we traded to them? The 6'10" guy. The one that we traded in
Duren, the young guy, Jalen Duren.
Yeah, they have Duren there. They have Duren there, and they have a pick where there's mass centers in this draft.
Yeah.
They think they might get Matthias, whatever his name is, Bazelis, and I don't even think he's going to be. I think San Antonio swipe him up at 4 before he even gets to Detroit.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm taking
that's interesting.
the French boy 1. Telling you right now.
You taking who? Sorry,
Taking the guard, taking the wing over Saw.
who? San Antonio.
No, if I had the one pick this year.
Oh, I think Sarr is gonna slip.
I think he
I
is.
think Sarr is gonna slip, and
You
yeah,
know
I
why,
think
Ruby?
you know who I think he'll go number 2. I think Stephon Castle is gonna go number 2 to the Wizards.
To the Wizard, bro.
You
All right.
get
Yeah,
because with Saw, you don't want to be the next Sacramento. DeAndre Ayton goes 1, and he's a bad 1 pick, bro. He probably like if you put in a pool of all the 1 picks from the past 10 years, he's probably the worst one to me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you just go 10 years, but
I-
Anthony.
the
Bennett,
thing is that I don't dislike
Yeah.
Sarr as a
Anthony
prospect
Bennett.
and as a player.
Yeah,
I don't
but
dislike him at all. I just think that is so much more important to get wings and
Yeah.
point guards that like the French kid is probably going to go number 1 to Atlanta. Ricochet.
And then
Right.
I would trade Young and I would trade Murray as soon as I do that deal.
Hey,
I mean, he doesn't interfere with them. You know what I'm saying? He's just another wing
Nah,
who's young, who you don't need
No way.
to play right now because you already have DeAndre
you're in the
Hunter.
way of Cooper Flag, man. Nobody
You-
trying to hear that. They got a tank.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever, but you can, but you know, picking him doesn't interfere with anything that you want to do later.
Yes, it
No.
does because Trey
Why?
Young is not waiting for no number 1 overall pick. That's
He's under contract. He doesn't run anything, bro. Like they don't have to do anything.
So you go over the second apron with this team.
Mm-hmm.
Are they over the second apron? I don't know. Like
Yeah, bro.
Now their owner is like the 7th richest owner in the NBA. That dude is the Hawks owner is worth more than James Dolan, right? But
Imagine
they don't
that.
go. But they don't go into the tax at all, right? Hey,
I
Eddie,
mean,
Eddie, see, you know what? Yo, to make you laugh, there are 6 small market owners in the top 10 of wealth in the NBA, and we pay them luxury tax dollars. That's
that's
why
smart
Dolan,
business.
That's why Dolan be mad, bro.
No, that's why Dolan be charging that much money to see the Knicks play in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
But-
let me ask y'all this though, because I had a conversation about what Atlanta want to do, right? And what I want to do, and I had this planned already for Dre, but it looked like Dre may not be able to make it. So what I'm gonna do is ask y'all if y'all would help me do this. This is a mock draft where I can get y'all opinion on the top 30 pick. And so I don't want to take all night with it, man. Just want to zoom through it real quick, get y'all thoughts. Y'all okay with that?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I was gonna jump on for a little bit because I wanted to say hello to you guys, man. It's been a long time, and I saw you, and I had a little bit of time before. I got to do something, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it.
Let's knock it out real quick. So the Hawks are here with the number 1 pick, right? What do you do if you're the Hawks with the number 1 pick?
If I'm the Hawks, I'm taking Zachary. I'm taking Zachary 1. If I'm the Hawks, if they smart, I'm taking them 1.
Eddie, see who you taking right here?
Yeah, I mean, the way his defense is ranking out, like he's going to be one of the better defenders in the draft. So, with his height and you know his offensive, projecting how his offense can grow, I think he's the number 1 pick.
All right. So Zachary Risachet is the number 1 pick to the Atlanta Hawks. The Wizards are on the clock, right? Their best players right now are Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, right? Who are you? Who, if you're Washington, who are you drafting right here?
So this is an interesting spot. If I'm the Wizards, I'm trading both Poole and Kuzma, and I'm tanking for Cooper Flag. So if that's my mindset,
Cooper Flag is a power forward, right?
he's a small forward.
Small forward. Okay. So he's a small forward, right? So you don't want to block him in this draft.
No.
The point guard, shooting
I
guard,
would
power forward, center.
see. I know Nikola Topic is not going to be picked in the top. It's no way. He's coming off a torn ACL.
Right.
That doesn't even rock in real NBA drafts.
Right.
So with the number 2 overall pick, I'm taking Sarr. They have they have a need at center. You know, they could start him out right. He'll be able to play out right, and yeah, I go with Sarr.
Eddie, see who you feeling like right here, bro?
I'm going Stephon Castle.
Oh,
They have no point guard. Tyus Jones is an unrestricted free agent. I think he'll slot good next to, his defensive prowess would be good next to Poole. Have a nice little backcourt there. Yeah, I'll go Stephon Castle too.
all right. So you go Castle. He said Sarr.
Yeah,
I know that Sarr is the projected number 2 guy, so for the purposes of the mock, you can go Sarr 2. But me personally, I would go Stephon Castle.
Yeah, well, they call it a mock because it's not real, bro. We can pick who we want to pick.
Okay, so then you'd be the tiebreaker.
So y'all put me on the spot then.
I would go to Sarr. I'm only going Sarr because I know they'll go best player available. And
I'm gonna go Saw with them too, man. And I'm gonna cut out the drama and just go Saw right here so we can.
I don't think they would get too cute. Steven Castle, that's too cute of a pick.
Right.
I don't think they would do that in this draft. Me personally.
Right. So with the pick that Houston got from the Nets in the James Harden trade,
Mm-hmm.
who you think the Nets go? I mean, I'm sorry, the Rockets go right here.
So the Rockets is mad interesting, bro, because they have so many log jams. And when I say log jam, I'm talking about like young players. I think the Rockets going to trade back. Me personally.
What are they looking to get in a trade back?
So as you scroll down, I think the Rockets trade back with probably the Spurs. I think the Rockets will look at a guy like Rod Dillingham, me personally. But
So why would they trade back one spot when they could just take him right here?
You don't have to pay him that much money. And another team will probably be thirsty to pick another guy at that spot. I think they trade back, I think they're a good kid because they got too many young guys.
All right, so let's look at trade back options. The Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
the Spurs are here at 4.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets would look to trade the 3 pick. What are you giving? What are the Spurs giving? Why would the Spurs trade up one spot though, bro?
No. Matter of fact, no, not the Spurs. Let me see a team that's viable to trade up to 3. And who would they want at 3? Go up. I think the Hornets would.
The Hornets?
Yes.
Charlotte at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte goes to 3. And Charlotte would get the. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me try this one more time. So trade the pick with Charlotte. All right. So Charlotte would give them what for the number 3 pick?
The 6th pick, 42nd pick, and I know like cash considerations.
Okay, let's do that just for the sake of. All right, so boom. All right, we're just gonna make it work. So Charlotte just traded up.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlotte's in this spot. What does Charlotte draft?
So I'm gonna go Donovan Clegan.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie C, what are you thinking right here?
So Charlotte's got the 3rd pick now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you need defense, man. You need defense. So if Stephon Castle is still on the board, I'm taking Castle.
So
pitch Charlotte.
So?
Yo, Eddie, that's not basketball talk, bro.
Why? Stephon Castle is a point guard, shooting guard.
Bro, they not picking no guard, bro. They got LaMelo Ball, bro. You gotta be realistic.
Yo, State, bro. When the draft come up and you see all these guards come off the board,
They're not picking on cash.
when you see Stephon Castle go probably top 3 or top 4, you're gonna invite me on your podcast.
A guy who shoots under 30% from 3.
It's the defense. If they would listen to this, if there was no trades, right? I would have liked to keep it simple, right? You know, at least for the top, because this trade is bogus, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, there's no way in hell that the Charlotte Hornets. We're just going with it because we're just going with it.
Right.
But that trade, it will never ever happen.
Not for what we gave them. Not for what we gave them. Right.
So,
but
if
which
you're gonna keep
to move up one pick, I don't know.
If you're gonna keep LaMelo Ball and you're gonna keep Brandon Miller, there is a prime spot for you to bridge the gap between those two guys with a defender, because those two guys are going to be scoring 20 points per game. So, who?
How you gonna put a non-shooter between LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller when you got Donovan Clegan sitting right there? You need a big.
Okay, see, so this goes back to my original thinking of the bigs.
Bro, you don't use Steven Castle me to death, bro. We trying to run through this quick.
So, okay, listen to me. So, who's the better player, Stephon Castle or Donovan Clegan?
Donovan Clegan. What are you talking about here?
Okay, all right, bro. All right. So you're talking about Rudy Gobert and the other kid.
Bro.
You don't win championships with centers, and you're going to use a high draft pick. I know there's a need for him. But you can get a center later on in the draft. You don't use top 3 picks. You don't use top 3 picks on these types of players.
Something real quick to the Charlotte thing, just real quick. Charlotte don't need a center, bro. They got Mark Williams, who's getting them 13 and 10, right? And he's only making $2 million or whatever, $3 million or whatever he making. But I do understand State's argument too about the connectivity. But do you? I mean, Eddie C's point about the connectivity. I don't know if adding Stephon Castle to that is going to be the connector that you really want, especially with the new head coach that they have that's looking to build that team in a model of the Boston Celtics, right? With the new head coach, and I'm thinking that new head coach is probably going to be looking for an elite wing prospect that he can pair with Brandon Miller and rebuild the Boston Celtics in his own image in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's my thought, right? Now, I'm not saying y'all thoughts are wrong. I just want to add my own opinion to the conversation. Right? I don't think clinging is a need in Charlotte, especially when they have a shot blocking machine that gets you 13 and 10. It's actually 12.7, 9.7.
I'm getting him to play the 4.
Clingan?
Yes.
Oh my God, State, bro, what's going on, man? He's a 7. He's like 7'3".
Play the 4 to 5.
Hey, Eddie C, can I tell you who I would take for Charlotte?
Go ahead.
I wouldn't have done the trade, right? But you know, I understand why a trade was necessary, because the best player available at that point to me is probably Donovan Clingan at 3. I think he's the best available player at 3, right?
Okay.
But in my opinion, I would have looked at Ron Holland or Cody Williams at 6.
But you trying to hit a home run. Ron Holland, you only draft him if Miles Bridges is going. If you're gonna let Bridges walk, then I say okay.
They're gonna let him walk. I think they're gonna let him walk because
I think they are too.
Because Charlotte didn't just fire a coach, right? The Hornets completely cleaned house of everything. The owner is gone. The front office is gone. The coaching staff is gone. And they're trying to build it brand new from scratch in the model of the Boston Celtics. And for that reason, I would look at a Ron Holland, Jaylen Brown type guy to go with Brandon Miller a silky smooth perimeter scorer in the mold of a Paul George or Jason Tatum. Now, those are just my thoughts, right? But for the sake of moving on, we got to pick somebody, y'all. Who y'all want to go with?
You can go with States. That's fine with me if you want to keep it.
With Clingan?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So Charlotte trades up in the draft to get Donovan Clingan. All right, so San Antonio is on the clock at 4. Who are y'all thinking here for San Antonio?
Stephen Castle. I don't think he drops. Now it depends. Do you like Rob Dillingham more than Stephen Castle?
Hell no.
No.
Do you like Reed Shepherd more than Stephen Castle?
No.
I think Reed Shepherd has much more of a star potential type prototype than Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle, you see, the fit for Stephen Castle is very important, right? But Reed Shepherd, I would have taken number 3, Reed Shepherd, to go to Houston if the trade hadn't gone down, because I think he's good with Asar Thompson, right? A big defensive point guard. You can slot him at the 2 guard, and he defends a little bit, and he's the best shooter in the draft. Indeed. But if he's dropping all the way down to 4, where the Spurs are at, you got to take Shepherd and pair him up with Wembanyama. Like any defensive deficiencies that Reed Shepherd has, Wembanyama is gonna discount that, and then you're gonna have high octane shooter next to Wembanyama. You go Reed Shepherd.
So here's my Eddie. See, here's the reason why I don't go Reed Shepherd, because I agree with everything that you said, except for what's on the current roster. Right? They have a guy that might be all-star caliber in Devin Vassell, the 6'5" shooting guard. Right? If he can stay healthy, bro, this dude is legit. And then when you look at the rest of their roster, right? Look at the rest they have what's the shooting guard name? They have Malachi Branham, they have Blake Wesley, and one other dude. I can't not remember his name for the life of me right now. They have Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley, and excuse me, and one other guy. I think it might be Vassell that I'm thinking about. But so they have 3 guys that already occupy that space. And then so that what that means is you'd be asking Reed Shepherd to come in and play point guard. And I don't know if all of Reed Shepherd's skills are going to translate to the point guard position. I don't think he'll be free to do all the things that he did in college. I think he's more of a combo guard where if he plays next to another point guard, you can have a dual point guard set. But when he's the sole playmaker on the floor, I don't know if he's that guy, bro.
The thing is this with me. So, like, obviously there's points to what you guys are saying because, the fits and sort. But when you're picking in the top 5, 6, 7 of the draft, you're just taking the best player. You're not worried that much about fit. You're worried about, am I going to be the one that takes Sam Bowie, aka Donovan Clingan, instead of taking Michael Jordan? So when you're doing these drafts, you have to be very careful of, I'm going to not take Reed Shepherd in this case because he's not a point guard, because I have Malachi Branham on my team and
Blake Wesley and Devin Vassell.
None of them are Reed Shepherd. They're all late, maybe early lottery picks later on in the draft, but they're not Reed Shepherd, who you can start from day one. He doesn't have to be your point guard. They did something else this year. You have 2 picks in this draft.
Right.
So you can get Reed Shepherd here and then possibly get Rob Dillingham and have the same Connecticut backcourt that you had. Right? So
right. But that's the point that I was going to get at, Eddie. Say at 4, I'm not taking Reed Shepherd because at 8, I'd like to take my chances between Reed Shepherd and Rob Dillingham. That's the point that I was trying to get to. I was trying to explain to you.
Okay. I
Don't
mean,
get Castle first.
if you want to do that, that's fine. That's okay. Perfect. You want to do that? That's perfect.
Right. That way, if he falls down the board, if it's meant to case of Sarah, bro, is what I'm saying.
I'm just not high on Dillingham at all. Like, I don't think he's a top 7, 8 player. He's really, really bad on defense. He is really, really bad on defense. He is. I don't even think he's better than Emmanuel Quickley.
Nah, he ain't better than Quickley, bro.
So, if you're taking somebody who's a poor man's Emmanuel Quickley, top 7 in the league, top 4 right now, or 7, right? That's where San Antonio would be at if they have their second pick.
Yeah, I think they'll go Rob Dillingham, me personally.
Right here?
Yeah,
right here?
I've seen on the boards, yeah. I think they'll go Rob Dillingham. Just to make sure, I'll look at an NBA mock draft, but I'll go with Rob Dillingham.
So you go Dillingham and
I thought you said you was taking Stephon Castle.
no, I said that.
No, I thought State said he was taking Stephon Castle.
No, let me make sure. See, San Antonio is projected to take Stephon Castle. So I mean,
Yeah.
They still might. And it's mine.
Bro, if I was drafting, he wouldn't even get to 4.
let him Stephon Castle.
Let him take Stephon. I mean, that's the
Okay.
That's
we'll
the
go.
projection. The projection would be there, but I mean, yeah, Reed Shepherd and Stephon Castle would be gone by the time San Antonio picks for me.
And so ironically, Detroit and Reed Shepherd, in my opinion, is the perfect fit.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
In my opinion, right? Because you have Asar Thompson, an athletic wing, and you have Cade Cunningham, a huge point guard, right? But you don't have consistent floor spacing from the 2 positions.
Yes,
right?
for the cases of this mock, Reed Shepherd will be going here to Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta go Reed Shepherd.
Okay.
Gotta make up for the Killian Hayes pick.
Okay. So Reed Shepherd to the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Rockets are on the board because they traded back. Right. So what did the Rockets do right here?
Yo,
Okay, now you're in a tough position because the Rockets needed shooting.
Yep.
And the shooters are off the board right now.
Yep.
I mean, for fit,
I would trade out. I would trade out if I'm the Rockets, honestly. I'm trying to get assets, man.
Yeah, this is a bad spot. This is a bad spot here.
Yeah, I don't see them. I don't see them drafting another young guy, bro. Honestly.
Right. Right. And you don't. What about Rob Dillingham? You don't see him going there?
No. If I was the Rockets right here, I would take Nikola Topic.
Yeah, me too. I would too.
I think the best player available is Bazelis.
Yeah, Monty
They don't need a winger. They need a guard. So I would take Nikola Topic.
But there's no guard, and he's a point guard. He's not a shooter. They already have one. And he's injured, so he won't even be playing.
That's the point.
Right. And in fairness to the wing player conversation, think about the names that they already have. They have Cam Whitmore
too much.
from last year's draft. They have Tari Eason, who I think a lot of us like, right?
Yep.
They have Amen Thompson from last year's draft, right? They have Jabari Smith from the Paolo draft, and they have Jalen Green.
Yeah, they got mad wing.
Do you want to draft another wing player?
Yeah, that's pointless.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why I don't think they would have gotten out of that 3rd slot. Like, they would have taken Reed Shepherd and slotted him next to Asar, like the future.
Yeah.
Not for this year, because they already have what's his name, Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
But Asar's coming off. They have Fred VanVleet and they have Jalen Green.
Right.
You imagine having Asar Thompson, Jalen Green, and Reed Shepherd as your trio in the guard?
No, because how Amen Thompson is a point guard.
Right.
So then if he's your future point guard and your future 2 is Jalen Green, who's your 3? You got
No, because you can Sar Thompson is how big? He's 6'7", right? Amen.
Yeah,
Amen is a point guard, bro. And
Yeah, but you can play Reed Shepherd, you can play Green, and you can play Sar Thompson, Amen Thompson at the same time with the power forward.
right. And don't forget, you also have Tari Eason and Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, those are great guys to come off your bench too.
Yeah.
But that's not the reality. The reality is that Houston has to take a pick.
Right.
If they have to take a pick here, like this spot is horrible for them. Like this is not the great spot.
I'm going to call a topic.
Okay.
And Eddie, see, you know what? I think I'm with him on this one. And the reason being is because they can give him a red shirt year.
Yes.
They don't even have to figure it out. They can draft him and then figure it out at the end of next year.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
Just remember what you guys are talking about fit. You just said that a man is the point guard and you're going to take another point guard.
Yeah, because you can play in the backcourt. You redshirt him for a season. You see what you do with Jalen Green and them boys, and then you got another top 6 pick coming in next year.
Yeah, Topic to me is not even going to be in the top 10. I think he's.
I don't need him.
I think he's another one that's going to slip.
I think he's going to slip to the 20s.
I don't know about 20s, but somebody like Chicago might take a chance on him because they have so many players who can play right now. But let's take them. Let's take them, man. I'm just gonna stay for like the top 10, bro, because I gotta be. This is taking longer than I expected.
Yeah.
Making trades and stuff, and
what are y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling Topic here?
Yeah. I'll take Topic.
Okay, all right. So Topic to the Rockets.
Yep.
Portland is on the clock. This should
Portland is you are on the clock, and if I am Portland, so Portland, Donovan Clegan would be interesting, but you got stupid DeAndre Ayton, so you got Jeremy Grant. You got Scoot Henderson.
Clingan is off the board.
Yeah, I know. So now you picked the point guard last year. Do you trust your other young wing that you drafted from G League Ignite? And do you pair that other young wing with another young wing from G League Ignite and Ron Holland? Would you go back-to-back seasons and go that route? I think they would do that. So I think the pick right here, I think Portland go for upside, and I think they'll pick Ron Holland.
Okay.
I'm going best player available, Bazilis.
And I'm gonna disagree with State on this one. I think they saw how bad a G League Ignite player struggled coming out of the G League Ignite, and Scoot Henderson. They saw how unprepared he was for the NBA, and I think they only skip on Ron Holland because of that. Not because Ron Holland is a bad player, because he's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be a great young player, right? But do you go back to the G League Ignite, notice and look at how the Thompson twins struggled early on, how Scoot Henderson struggled early on, right? And then go back and be like, yeah, that might just be an anomaly. I'm going to draft him again.
Yeah, but
now, if you're tanking for Cooper Flag,
I'm tanking for Cooper.
That might be the move, but mind you,
tanking for Cooper, baby.
But if you draft Ron Holland, mind you, Ron Holland and Shaden Sharp are gonna play the same position as Cooper Flag.
No, Shaden is a 2.
Nah, he don't play the 2 for them. What's Anthony Simons plays the 2 for them?
Oh, I forgot about Simons.
Yeah,
but he's basically projected to be their starting 2 guard for the next.
I would trade him, honestly. Shaden Sharp plays the 3. You got a 4 in Jeremy Grant. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, they got a log jam over there.
Yeah, they got log jams, bro. That's the thing.
So if I was them, yeah, I'm still going Ron Holland here. But we could go Matthias Bezesley, but I don't see the connection there. I see the connection with Ron Holland because you drafted another G League Ignite player. So
but both of them is G League Ignite, and both of them play small forward. So it's the same conversation.
Oh shit! So give me Matthias.
Yeah, Buzelis and Holland, both it's the same thing. So whatever I said for Ron Holland, applies to Montez
Yeah,
Buzzell.
yeah. I'll take Montez, the 6'10" forward. Pair him with Jeremy Grant. Now you got 2 6'10" forwards.
Okay,
I
that's
think
State. Well, State. I'm sorry, but Eddie C, you said Montez Buzzell is too, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm taking him.
there it is then.
okay.
All right. The Spurs are back on the clock with the number 8 pick.
The 8th pick, the worst pick to have in the first round of all time, like the number 1 overall worst pick ever. So we drafted with the 3rd overall pick.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank
We
you.
Bless
drafted the 3rd overall pick with the Spurs again.
Castle.
Castle.
Castle. Okay. They got a point guard. If I'm the Spurs, go down. I'm gonna surprise y'all with this pick, but I'm taking Isaiah Collier.
Okay.
Excellent shooter. Get to the rim. It's noted that he didn't have no dunks in the half court last season, but he shot 62% at the rim last season. I think he'd be an excellent pick for the Spurs, because the Spurs need guard play. They need guard play. So if you insert Isaiah Collier and you got Stephen Castle, I think that'd be a great injection into the offense. I think Jeremy Sohan is not no damn point guard.
No, he's not a point
Devin
guard.
Vassell is a 2. I think Keldon is a strong 3. But if you bring Keldon off the bench, I think, there's a lot of picks. I think Isaiah Collier, I think that's the guy they go for. Me personally.
I'll go best player available with Rob Dillingham.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. Go Rob Dillingham. Matter of fact, the Keldon Johnson connection is there. His best player available.
And I just think, fit is very important, but especially in the backcourt. So if you have somebody who's a microwave scorer like Dillingham is, and is not good on defense, but Stephon Castle is a big 6'7" type point guard who is good on defense, that's how you balance out your guard position. And so they lucked out, bro. They got Stephon Castle and Rob Dillingham.
Hey man, that's good. Okay,
I'm gonna go with Dillingham right here too, man.
Okay,
just so we can boom. And now the Memphis Grizzlies are on the clock.
So I'm gonna do the Knicks joint. I think they're gonna trade out of this pick when they look at the board.
Yep. I already know who they're gonna trade with, bro.
I think they're gonna trade. I would like for them to trade with the Knicks, and I would like for them to take Mitchell Robinson in the 25th overall pick for Luke Kennard in the 9th overall pick. If they want 2 second-round picks, I'll give them 2 second-round picks. They need a starting center, and they have no cap space, and they're not gonna start a rookie center. So, I would do that. I would trade, and this is how the Knicks get a top 9 pick. Now, if this is the Knicks with this pick, you know where I'm going, Freezy. You know where we gotta go, Freezy.
Right.
If it was, well, go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear what you got. Who would you take?
I'm taking Ron Holland.
And a hypothetical, you're taking Ron Holland? Okay.
Absolutely. In a heartbeat.
I would put you until you said Ron Holland name.
Who would you take in that spot?
Kelly Ware would be the name. That would be the name that I would take, because, like I was telling Eddie C earlier before we did the mock draft, I don't value center, right? And so what I would do is draft Kelly Ware, right? And then at 24, if I can't get another rookie center and piecemeal it together to get me 12 points and 14 rebounds, then I think about bringing in a valuable veteran center like whoever. I'd bring in Valanciunas for $10 million.
I can't. That goes against my
we speak hypotheticals. We've been speaking hypotheticals throughout this whole draft. I think that they're going to be, all of those centers are going to be there when the Knicks pick. Maybe Khalil Ware might not be there, or Zach Edey, but those Filipowski guys, those Ivas Mez guys. Let's say Khalil Ware is there. right? I think the Knicks will trade out that spot for somebody who's going to want a center.
Yep. Trade back some. Just to
And trade back
a-
some.
Yep.
Trade back, get assets, and then pick, the wings or
whoever they wanted in the first place.
Mhm.
whoever they really wanted in the first place. Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
making this pick, who's up?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
So he made a trade. Like, I want to make a trade here. Like, I don't think the Grizzlies. This is a good spot for the Grizzlies. So I'm gonna trade with the Chicago Bulls.
Okay. Chicago, where are you? Where's Chicago?
What's the purpose?
Because Chicago, I think, wants to get
Chicago can't trade their pick.
Huh?
why?
They can't trade their pick. I don't think they can.
Oh
If
yeah, they can't trade it. That's why they
Oh,
don't go up.
they
Okay.
can't trade the pick. Wow.
Yeah, they can't trade because of the thing with Orlando for Vucevic. Who's your other team?
Well, that would have been it. So then I'm
Okay.
just gonna pick the guy that I was gonna take here at with the Grizzlies. I would take Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect. Okay. I was thinking the same thing, bro. You read my mind. So we'll give
But
them Dalton
this is
Connect.
if I was
'Cause
Chicago.
he went to Tennessee and he'll be going back to the state of Tennessee.
If this was Chicago and Memphis wanted to get out that spot, because they're looking for a big, and Klingon is not there, for example. I could see them moving out and Chicago, because I think Chicago might like a Connect too.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Memphis Connect goes to Memphis.
Utah Jazz are on the clock. Their biggest need is point guard, bro. It's obvious. Colin Sexton is not a point guard, and Keontae George is talented, but we don't know if he's a point guard, bro.
I think they believe in him. I don't think they go guard.
You wouldn't take Isaiah Collier right here. That's not a layup for everybody. Isaiah Collier.
Can you slide down a little bit? Maybe 3 picks down.
The Ron Holland pick stands out. But then again, knowing how Utah draft, they'll draft the wing from France.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the wing from France too.
I think that's the way they draft.
Wing from France.
Yeah,
because they have so many players that they can just let them develop, and they still have a spot for him too, because I think the guard that they got from Cleveland got hurt. I forgot his name on the trade with Donovan Mitchell.
Colin Sexton.
No, there was the shooting guard that they got.
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name.
Agbaji. Yeah.
So at this point, he's listed as a 6'10" power forward, but he was probably like a small forward right now. So, and then they could just have him develop. So I would go with the French kid.
How many power forwards do they need, bro?
No, that's a fact.
They have marketing.
I like Jacoby Walker for them, but
that's not that bad. That's not that bad of a pick, Walter. But the upside for me, is taking Saloon. I don't think Markin is going to be there. I don't think he's in their long-term plans. Obviously, Jason Collins is not in their long-term plans. I think Saloon is a 3-4, so you can slot him at the 3. He's kind of like one of those swing wing players, those jumbo
wings.
Jumbo wings.
I think they'll take Saloon, yeah.
All right. We'll go Saloon, but they just drafted a power forward in the lottery last year, and Taylor Hendricks. I mean, they just drafted them last year, bro.
They did.
But if y'all want to go Tijon Salon, we can do that.
I think they go with the upside.
So they'll have 5 power forwards now.
Yeah, now they
yeah, but he probably won't play, and he's more of, I think he's more of a 3.
Okay. Chicago Bulls are on the clock. Anybody thinking Ron Holland passes Chicago?
Okay, so Connect is gone.
I'm taking. Sheesh. No, I'm not taking Ron Holland. I'm taking Collier.
Isaiah Collier?
Yeah.
For Collier and Kobe White backcourt?
Yeah.
I
No, you
like
was-
more. I like more.
It depends.
The McCain kid. Yeah, either McCain or Devin
'cause
Carter.
He's a shooter. Yeah, and Carter's a defender, tough nosed defender.
But just because I think they like the point guard that they got 2 years ago, I'm really bad with names, but
No.
the one that he's playing at point guard. But I would like to slide Jared McCain there. He's kind of like what
Ayo DeSumo.
the sumo, yeah. I think he slides in good, but they can go a number of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And Canet, I think they wanted Canet because of his shooting,
Right.
and he's obviously 6'6", but McCain is probably like the next best shooter.
Yeah.
I'd take McCain.
Okay.
That leaves you to be the tiebreaker here.
I really think it's gonna be Ron Holland, but for the sake of the tiebreaker,
No, but go ahead, take Ron Holland because he's the highest rated player.
Upside pick.
Yeah, let's do Ron Holland right here. All right. So, the Oklahoma City Thunder are on the clock. Right? They don't have a pressing need, but Cody Williams' brother does.
Exactly. I think that's right there is the key component to where.
Yeah, I think they picked Cody.
I think they put those two kids together and help each other out.
Be the future. Yeah, man. All right. So the Sacramento Kings are on the clock. This thing says they need a power forward. The Sacramento Kings don't run a power forward in their trident offense. They try to get out and run. That's why they move Sabonis to center. They probably need a long, athletic wing 3-and-D guy to pair with the Murray kid they drafted a couple years ago.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he's available. I don't know if that guy is available. But what I do know is that they're gonna lose to free agency Malik Monk, and there's no better player than McCain to supplement Malik Monk in his draft.
Nah, I don't think Malik leave. I think they'll pay him.
Okay.
But if they don't, this is a way cheaper option.
If they keep him, they still get loaded. I mean, they get another offensive shooter. They get another.
Because the kid, what's the white kid? He's not good.
Lebowski.
Kevin Herter.
Yeah, I'll go with McCain.
You know the dude that's on their roster, right?
Yeah, Kevin Herter. Yeah, he got injured too. Yeah. So, and I think he had a bad shoulder sprain.
Right.
I'm taking McCain. Stay says Filipowski. Who do you like, Freeze? And just for the record, I have no idea how Devin Carter is still on the board here.
Me either. But I got him going to Miami.
I have in my mock draft. I got that boy going top 6 to Charlotte.
Wow.
Right next to LaMelo.
It might and it may be
right next to LaMelo and in between that other kid, Brandon Miller.
Yeah, and so for the record, I had Jacoby Walter going here to give them some size in the backcourt, so they won't have all those diminutive guards. Davion Mitchell, Keon Ellis, De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk. I felt like Jacoby Walter was a big, strong guard that can add athleticism and strength to the mix. But I could see where you say Jared McCain and Isaiah Collier. My thing is, though, with Isaiah Collier is what's Isaiah Collier going to do when he don't have the basketball in his hands?
Yeah, and I think just McCain is just more ready right now. Like Sacramento wants to win right now. And, if they want to, Jacoby's a player that's going to take about 2 years. McCain will be playing next year. And he's going to be shooting already next year. So I think that's the player that they choose. And in this mock draft, I think they'll take McCain.
Stay, what do you feel? You still solid about Isaiah Collier?
Nah, man. Filipowski, man.
Filipowski.
Yeah, I think they take the 4.
I don't know, dog. I don't know what to do right here. I'm with whoever, whether it's McCain or Filipowski, bro. I don't care. One of the Duke guys, whichever one y'all want to go with.
Just go whoever's ranked higher.
All right, so it's Jared McCain.
Whenever there's a dispute, it's just better just go, the high.
Best available, right?
Yeah.
All right, and so Portland is back on the clock.
Who was their first pick? Bazelis. They
Montes,
got Bazelis.
yeah, Montes Bazelis, yeah. I think this one is. I think this one might be easy, but it may not.
Like you can trade back and still get the same type of player. Like it doesn't even matter who's on the board right now,
right?
Because they have plenty of guards. They have plenty of wings, I guess. This is a tough one for me. I don't really want to do.
I think it's easy for them. I think Kyle Filipowski reminds a lot of people of Lauri Markkanen.
Okay, so you're gonna play him with you want to play him with what's his name? But they already have a small forward. So you like Filipowski. I would go like the best player right now to me is Devin Carter.
Yeah, next pick, my last pick, OG.
Okay. All right. So you say Devin Carter? They have a. Okay.
I know that they have him, but he's just like the best player there.
Okay. All right. Devin Carter it is. All right. So Miami is on the board, and I think this one is easy too. I think this one is easy also. I think Isaiah Collier has to be the pick for Miami.
Yeah. Plus, you're gonna leave Devin Carter. You're gonna take somebody else and leave Devin Carter for Miami, and nah. Sometimes in the draft, sometimes there's strategies to where like maybe you don't need this certain player, but you're not gonna give the perfect piece to another team.
I think they take Collier.
Yeah,
I would take Collier. Here.
Okay. All right. So Philly is on the board.
Philly would probably take Jacoby Walter.
Yeah, Jacoby Walter.
Let's just do. All right. Things get interesting. The Lakers are on the board.
So now the Lakers have the pick of the big men.
Right.
And if you slide a little bit more down, let me see what we got down there. Bub.
Yep. I think that's who I think they take, bro. I think they take Bud Carrington.
I mean, Reeves has the ball a lot in his hands.
And that's why Bub is good here because Reeves initiates a lot. LeBron initiates a lot. So if your point guard can play off the ball and do other stuff while ball dominant players are out there and then can also run your offense when those guys are not out there, I think
that's perfect.
I would take Khalil Ware here just because Jackson Hayes is the backup to Anthony Davis. And, Khalil Ware kind of, obviously he's nowhere near Anthony Davis, but he has a similar type game and build to Anthony Davis. I would go Khalil Ware.
Okay, let's do it.
That's a great pick for them.
Yeah, that's a great pick for them.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a Lakers. It's kind of like a Lakery pick.
Magic.
The Magic on the clock. I think they need a guard. I think Bub Carrington is the problem. I'm gonna just take Bub Carrington right here, bro. I think he too perfect to not go there. They need point guard play.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. Toronto is on the clock.
Toronto's a funny team, but they will probably go Zach Edey.
Yeah, I think they go Zach Edey. Yeah.
Zach Edey. Okay.
Yeah, they need a big body down there.
And he's Canadian.
And Cleveland is on the clock. So
they say that Cleveland has promised Darren Holmes.
Deron Holmes the second, right?
Yes, it seems that there's a promise that he.
Oh, he went to Dayton. Okay,
yeah.
Got you. All right.
So that's like the worst kept secret in.
So 21 Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
I can see Filipowski going here.
I could
You can slide him next to Zion and space the floor.
Okay, Filipowski, boom. All right.
Zion.
The Suns are on the clock at
The
22.
Suns need the point guard, so the Suns need to take that Kolick guy.
The Kolick guy. Yep. I was just gonna say that. Yep. Yep. All right. The Bucks are on the clock, and they probably need everything.
I think they need a big. They can go for a big, or they can go for a shooter.
I'll draft Travis Messi.
Yeah.
I like Messi here. I think they can go McCullers. They can go Tristan da Silva. He's ready to play right now, but I'm gonna go Messi.
All right.
Messi.
So I was gonna say Tristan da Silva right here.
I think that's an okay pick too.
Plug and play. Like you could plug him in right now. He can play the 3, some 4. He can do a little bit of initiating, not a lot.
Like Middleton. Oh, let's do that. He's kind of like a poor man's Middleton.
Right. He can do what Jaime Jaquez did for the Heat last year.
Yeah, I think that's an okay pick.
Right. And so who's on the clock? The New York Knicks are on the clock.
We got to the Knicks.
The New York.
Okay.
I'm taking Tyler Smith.
Ooh.
Can we scroll down just a tad? The Knicks, I know my Knicks. I think the Knicks are probably going to take the next best shooter, and that's Schirmer from Creighton.
Oh, he's a
you know the Knicks. You know the Knicks do this.
Yeah, but
everybody's gonna hate it.
They didn't even have a draft workout for him. They didn't have a draft workout for him, bro.
I mean, but that doesn't mean much,
bro. I'm not doing this.
Let me ask
Yo, I swear to God, bro, you gonna invite me on your podcast when you see this draft, man.
They didn't have him for draft workout.
Need though. What's the Knicks immediate team need?
Shooting?
No, they don't need shooting.
No,
they got a lot of shooting.
Okay.
What if Hartenstein leaves?
They need a big, but they need a wing.
But Missy is not gonna be that guy. If Hartenstein leaves, they have Mitchell Robinson. They can probably get somebody else.
Yeah.
They need a wing.
I'm telling you, bro. I know I know my Knicks, but you guys could pick whoever. I think they'll take Sherman here.
They ain't taking no guy. They didn't know because Ian Bagley.
You're gonna be really pissed, bro.
I'm not gonna be pissed. Nothing. Ian Bagley.
So why would if he should be there at 39? Why wouldn't the Knicks take him with the 38 pick?
Because first of all, I know that they're probably gonna. Who's on the board at this point in time? Some of the players that I thought would be on the board
at 24.
But you can get Ryan Dunn later on in the draft at 28. You can get McCullers at 28. You can get Shermer at 28. So you can trade down, but for the purposes of just going on with the draft and take the players that I think the Knicks are going to take, I think they're going to take Shermer. But you guys go ahead.
I never read those sherbet nothing. Sherbet ice cream. That's all I know, bro.
I know, bro. I know a lot about basketball. I'm sorry, man.
I hear you, but they didn't work out the guy that you said. So I can't go off of that. I'm sorry.
How many times do NBA teams pick players that they never work out?
Quickly drafted them, bro. I'm not going back.
Okay, but how many times do you think they?
I hear you, bro.
The team does not need to work out with you for you to get drafted by them.
Honestly, another home run pick. What I would do is and he's a senior. Why? Come on, bro. Not over Ryan Dunn, bro. There's no way they do that.
He's basically Bogdanovich.
No, bro. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So that cat is all right. Because Eddie C said so, right? All right. That way we can clip it for later. So who are we taking at 25?
I don't don't know because now he messed me up picking some.
So, yeah,
Who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know this dude, bro. Ian Bagley ain't never reported him.
Listen, if we can get together, you call me and I find a spot, and then I go to your podcast and we can do a draft preview of these players and go in depth into best fit
not getting
or best player available.
No,
well, I could do that with you, Freezy, one of these days.
Okay. To be honest with you, he never did anything that stood out to me. I don't know. I've been reading up on him, but I think if you leave it in the state, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna speak to state on this. Eddie C, no disrespect.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna speak to state on this one, right? State.
I ain't watched Nick Backflow for 2 months for them to pick a senior. I'm not. Hell fucking.
Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all do understand that Tom Thibodeau is the same coach that drafted Chris Dunn over DeJounte Murray and Jamal Murray in the same draft.
He was the president, though.
Yeah, he was the president. Right. Right. The point that I'm getting at,
dude, didn't you just listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
They were saying the players that they drafted before Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart.
Right.
The Minnesota Timberwolves drafted Justin Patton, I think his name is, the center from, I think it was from Creighton.
That was Tibbs. That was stupid.
Right. He drafted him instead of Josh Hart in that draft.
Right. So why would I draft?
And they drafted Josh Okogie instead of Jalen Brunson in the next draft, bro.
Yeah.
So then, you make your Creighton point.
Right. And so for that reason, I'm saying the Sherman point that you made.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, State.
I don't know if I'm allowing Tibbs to do that when I saw him with my own eyes draft Chris Dunn over Jamal Murray and DeJounte Murray.
But I mean, he also, I think he had a big part to play in Quentin Grimes getting drafted. I think he had a big part to play in Miles McBride getting drafted. They didn't have draft picks last year, but I think Emmanuel Quickley. I think he was on board with getting Emmanuel Quickley. So in the draft, you don't hit home runs in the draft all the time, man. Like this is a crapshoot
for him to the Knicks, bro.
But my question is, if you don't hit home runs all the time, can you at least hit a home run sometime? Right, at least once.
So the chat's saying that Sherman did have a workout with the Knicks.
It's Sherman CAA.
So I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I know my Knicks, man, and they're gonna either find a way to get if they think somebody's gonna take him before, they'll stay at the pick because they have two anyway. But if not, they'll just trade down and get him later in the draft.
My question is why is a bogey type player that valuable?
Because I think if Bogey was able to play in the Indiana Pacers series, I think we might be able to win that series.
I think we would have won, because we didn't have any.
So even though he has all his deficiencies and he doesn't look pretty on the court when he plays, when he does score, I think that's very important. So if Sherman could come in and give us 2 3-pointers or 3 3-pointers and we win by 2, that's super important. So I think in that sense, we already seen what Bogey can do in an offense in our team. Obviously, he's not going to be the best player that we have, but there is a position in the Knicks for a player like that.
That's kind of.
I think that's what Sherman is.
I'm looking at it right now. They ain't working out.
I think that pick was a stretch. I don't know. I keep looking at Sherman, and to me,
that's a ridiculous pick.
He looks like a no. I don't know enough, but to me, he looks like a Walmart version of Dalton Connect.
Could be.
That's what he looks like, right?
Well, he's a 20-something. It's a late lottery. It's a late draft first round draft pick. So you're getting specialty players here. You're not getting all-star players, and his
Right.
specialty is 3-point shooting.
But why would we draft Daquan Jeffries at 24, bro?
Yo, bro, I'm not wasting my time with that.
I don't know about that.
Who they did work out though is mad interesting because this Adria Jelavovic, whatever the hell his name is, 6'11", 20 years old. What the hell they got? Why they worked him out?
That's probably a second round. He's probably one of those second round guys.
Yeah. Say who you taking with your second round with the 24 pick? 25 pick, I'm sorry.
I think this one is pretty obvious. If you're getting an offensive player with the first pick, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah, I'm taking Dunn too.
Okay. All right. So Ryan Dunn right here. I'm going to speed it up and get to the 38 pick. So I'm just going to go through real fast so we can save some time, everybody. So Washington, they drafted Saw. Right here, I'm going to give them Yves Missi because he's been on the board too long. The Timberwolves will give them Keyshawn George, the playmaking guard out of Miami. Denver will give them Bobby Clintman. I don't know.
Mhm.
And y'all listen, I value y'all opinion. I just want to speed it up to get to
No, you good. You good though.
and so just because Eddie C like power forwards for Utah, I'm gonna get them Tyler Smith. And now they have another
Now
big
they
wing.
like the Knicks 4 years ago.
Yeah. Johnny Furphy to the Celtics. Kevin McCullough to the Raptors. Okay, and the Jazz are on the clock again. I like Justin Kennedy here. I'm just gonna fly through real quick. The Bucks are on the clock. Jalen Tyson is like a dream come true for them. Portland is on the clock. They drafted. Wow, I'm gonna give them Terrence Shannon Jr.
Yeah, Portland hit a home run, huh?
Oh, San Antonio. San Antonio is on the clock, and
They take another French dude.
Pacom Dadier, the dude that I want to take at 24, goes to San Antonio.
That's who you wanted on the Knicks, huh?
Yep, that's who I wanted. Bro, he on the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but 36, the Pacers will probably take oh man, Chomchi. I'm gonna give them Ulrich Chomchi here, another dude that was on the screen that I liked. Right, the Timberwolves are on the clock again. We'll give them the point guard AJ Mitchell, some backcourt help for Ant-Man, and now the Knicks are on the clock at 38.
DJ Wagner.
He's going to Arkansas.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's going to Arkansas. He's not. I don't know why they took him off the software.
I like Dylan Jones's game, but I'm not sure if we need a guy that's gonna need the ball in his hands. That's not the way we play.
Yeah.
So I'll take Bona here.
Okay. I think he worked out for the Knicks too, right? Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I think, or that's or I don't know for sure, but I think the Knicks like him. But he's
or if you want to scroll down just a tad to see who else is available, but the kid that State mentioned, he's also in the running, but he might even go undrafted.
Right.
Cam Christie, maybe a Cam Christie would be nice.
Tyrese Proctor would be nice.
But just for the sake of, because looks like we're gonna, I don't know if we're gonna guarantee Sims' contract. I'm gonna take the center that's available.
I'm gonna take the liberty here, and since State had a pick, and since Eddie C had a pick, I'm gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick
AJ.
And yeah, because I think AJ Johnson is going to be that second round pick. That
where did he come? I don't. Where did he play?
He played overseas, but his father. His father's name is Amir Johnson.
Okay.
Amir Johnson used to play for Toronto.
And he was a Knick too. We did. Oh no, we traded him, and then we traded, and then we did that sneak trade, right, just to get a couple of draft picks.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Now that you see how the draft played out, is there anything you wish the Knicks could have done differently
in the draft?
Just real quick in our little mock right there. Is there anything y'all feel like we should have done differently?
Trade up.
What are you trading and trade up though, and with whom?
I'll trade up for if Stephen Castle for Ron Holland for. I'll trade up. I'll trade Mitchell Robinson for one of those top picks because I know OKC, Memphis, those teams they need a big, they need a center.
Okay, Washington needed a center. A lot of teams up there probably needed a center, and you can bring in Mitch for the next 2 years, and still draft a young center. You can legit draft Yves Missi and still trade for Mitch. And Mitch would be his mentor for 2 years until Missi gets ready.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie C, is there anything? Who did you want at 25, bro?
To
go with Sharman. Who did you want to go with Sharman?
Me, I like pairing Dunn with McCullers. I like just getting two wings.
Okay.
That are just defensive-minded wings,
why'd you say Sharman?
Because I know this is what I think the Knicks would like. I'm taking myself out of the equation. Like I'm doing what the teams would do.
Okay.
It's not much as what I like. It's just what the teams would do.
Okay.
And just going about how these drafts go about. Like, people, they take guards and wings at the top. I mean, it's a little bit redundant, but, our guards and our wings get hurt a lot. So it's good to have multiples. You can never have enough wings. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Knicks will still do the trade down stuff that they always do, or just kick the can down the road. And
they can't. It's been.
The thing is that you can't do what you usually do in other drafts, where you trade this year's draft for next year's draft, because this year's draft is not as good as next year's draft. So I don't think people are taking into consideration. What I do like is the spot that we're picking is better than being at the top. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the players aren't as good, but there's the tier is so much bigger at the bottom, where the probability of you striking out is not as much as at the top.
Yo, man, I'm going to bed.
All right, boss.
I'm tired, man. Wanted to rock with.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
Let me get up out of here, man.
All right, stay easy, bro.
All right, Eddie, man. Appreciate y'all, man. God bless you.
Peace.
All right, peace, bro. Eddie C that messed up my night by drafting Sharman, and right.
I put him to sleep. I put him to sleep.
And the thing is about it is I kept seeing mocks with the Knicks taking Collect and Sharman.
Connect and Sharman?
No, the point guard. Kolek.
Yeah. I can see them doing something like that. Like, this is just what I can see them doing. It's not, like I said, I like McCullers and I like Dunn. I like those tough-minded players, but I can see a world where they do this, especially because we're not in there to interview. You know what I'm saying? We're not in there. Like, drafting is just not like, oh, these players are good. Oh, I know who Ron Holland is, so I'm going to pick Ron Holland. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You have to interview. You have to be a certain type of player, especially for the Knicks, for them to look at you and put you in a tier. Right. And if Sherman comes in and they like him as a person, they think that he fits the culture, and they like what he brings to the basketball court, they'll take him.
Right.
It doesn't matter if Filipowski is on the board. It doesn't matter if XYZ is on the board. Okay, they're gonna take the player that they feel the most comfortable with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the way they go about it, and I can't knock them because they've gotten this far doing that. You know what I'm saying? People still say we need that superstar, we need this, we need that. Jalen Brunson has become that under us.
Right.
Who's to say that nobody else can become that under us? We don't have to get a ready-made star. We can build one.
Right. Okay.
And that should be the next title of your how the Knicks build stars or how the Knicks build.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to because I haven't been talking basketball in a long time, but I have a lot of ammo. So I'm gonna have to come and kick it with you one of these days. We'll find a space and we'll do some basketball. I don't know,
man.
maybe some draft stuff or whatever.
Yeah, man. No doubt, either here or on Twitter Spaces or whatever. However you want to do it is fine. But you didn't answer my question though.
Well, what?
Because we had a question at the very beginning, and you didn't answer the question from me. Like, so with all the stuff that we've done, right? With all the stuff that we've done, right?
Uh-huh.
What are the Knicks going to do at the center position?
What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Um,
See, because you didn't address it in the draft, remember? Remember when Eves
because I think they're just gonna pay Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay. You think they're gonna pay him 17 and a half, 4 years, 17 and a half?
They'll probably can finagle $1 million.
Okay.
You know, just because $1 million is important here and there.
Right.
So I think that they can finagle $1 million, $1.5 million, and still keep him. And just tell him that they're building, and there's a lot of things that's important to him. Like, his wife's a model, she works in New York City. Things like that are important. So
did you see her? Did you see her annual salary?
What is it? No,
it's not. It's not enough to keep that man from going to Oklahoma.
No, but if it makes her happy, but would she rather be in Oklahoma City?
Well, would you turn down a $10 million raise because your wife want to be a model and she can't do it in Oklahoma City?
So the difference is between 20 million and 17.
That's still more than she makes in a year.
No. That's cool. But I don't know if you've done this, but I've thankfully had instances where I was going somebody offered me more money to go work for them.
Right.
And I told my boss, if you get too close to what that is, I'll just stay here because I like it here.
Right.
And obviously, well, not obviously, but my boss said, I can't pay you that, but I can pay you a little bit more than what you're getting. And his number, we met at the middle, and I just stayed. So It's not always, who makes, what makes more money. There's a difference between $3, $5, and being happy. Then I'm okay giving up the $3.
Right. And I'm not trying to get in her wallet, right? Her purse, right? No, that's not what I'm saying. Whatever. Hey man, I'm team get the money. That's where I am with it. But bro, the difference between she knew Isaiah Hartenstein was an NBA player when she married him.
And then plus you can also get sponsors being in New York. There's other ways that you can make money, make up the money. I'm pretty sure that's why Jalen Brunson, if he does what it's being rumored, taking less money, I'm pretty sure he's getting money somewhere else where, if let's say, for instance, he has to go to Chicago's not a good, probably go to Chicago, but that'd be a good fit for Brunson too. But let's say that he has to go to the Pelicans. He's not going to be able to make the same amount of money off the basketball court than he would be in New York. So, those things account, he's making a lot of money doing other things and sponsorships. And I don't know if his podcast would be as big as it is in New Orleans than it would be in New York City.
Right.
It's just a whole bunch of things, bro. It's just a plethora of things. Like it's not always, the money, the free agent signing
Right. So I'm gonna just read something to you real quick. Right.
Okay.
Clippers Isaiah Hartenstein is engaged to model Courtney Keller. Excited for the next part of our journey. Right.
Mhm.
So she was engaged to him when he was with the Clippers.
Mhm.
He signed a free agent deal to go to New York.
Right. Who was what? Which was it wasn't a little bit that he was giving up. He was giving up. I'm talking probably like $5 million more. I think the Clippers were going to offer him just like $3 million, something like that, and we offered him 2 years, 16.
Yeah.
So it was a significant amount. It's not 17 million, which is a significant amount already, and somebody's
Right.
giving you 20. So
Right,
if somebody's giving you 2 years, 40 million, and the Knicks are offering you 4 years, what's 4 times 17? 60 something.
68.
Okay, what would you do?
Yeah, I'm saying, bro. Basically, what I'm getting at is Isaiah Hartenstein can get his salary doubled. Like a team can offer him 250% more than what he's making right now. He's making 8. Some random team might offer him 20.
Yeah,
Right.
but you can't say I know he's making 8 right now, but obviously the Knicks can pay him 17
Right.
next year.
Right.
So,
But if you're the Knicks, and you had to trade away Nerlens Noel in a first round pick just to move his salary, are you going to pay another backup center from another team that got starters minutes because Mitch was hurt, a big time contract that you may have to move with a first round pick in a year?
and State would be furious, but the Knicks will probably do something like that. The Knicks will
Bro.
probably give Memphis Grizzlies Mitchell Robinson and a first round pick to get off his money
And
sign Isaiah Hartenstein
but here's the thing though.
and draft Shermeyer.
And draft Shermeyer. Right, but here's the thing: if they didn't,
Go ahead.
Yeah, if they didn't pay the backup center, right, Jalen Duren would be a Knick right now.
No, but they did that to get Jalen Brunson.
Right, they moved Burks and Nerlens Noel's money, who they paid, right, journeyman dudes that helped them on a playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
They paid them. They missed the playoffs with those 2 dudes, and then they had to move those dudes along with a first round pick in order to sign Jalen Brunson, right?
Right.
When all they had to do was just let those 2 dudes walk, play Emmanuel quickly, play Obi Toppin, and you still would have missed the playoffs, right? But in that summer, you would have drafted Jalen Duren.
You probably had those are you're going down a rabbit hole there because those are just different circumstances. But at the end of the day, what they did do equated to them getting Jalen Brunson, which is where we're at in actuality.
And Josh Hart, because once you got Brunson, getting Josh Hart was in the cards. You already knew it.
And Dante DiVincenzo.
And Dante. And maybe Mikal Bridges, right? What I'm saying is what I'm saying is if you look at the wide range of outcomes for all the sides, right? Why would you box yourself in paying a center? And all he's going to give you is 8 and 8.
Because probably they're going to do what we just said. They're probably going to trade Mitchell Robinson in a first round pick. Still have a pick the player, sign Isaiah Hartenstein, and draft the center in the second round. Have Jericho Sims back up Isaiah Hartenstein.
Right.
And do that. I mean, that's probably the most logical. And if you didn't bring it up, I probably wouldn't think about this, but that's one of the scenarios that can happen.
I'm sad.
And
I'm
then
sad.
people will say, why did the Knicks give up Mitchell Robinson? Why did they sign him in the first place? Exactly what you're saying right now. Why did they give up Mitchell Robinson and a first round pick for him? Because I mean, the way the books are, sometimes you have to finagle. And the good thing is that the Knicks have these first round picks in bulk, where if they give up a first round pick, it doesn't hurt them. Giving up that lottery pick, you can, in actuality, right now, looking at it, giving up that Duren pick didn't hurt them at all. It bettered them to now where next year, if they do everything correctly, they can be a title contender.
I think they could be there with Jalen Duren.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna debate you because
we ain't gonna fight. No,
I'm not gonna debate you because what it is now is that we have that player and Jalen Duren is still developing.
Right.
And what I know for sure is that Jalen Duren will not touch the type of player that Jalen Brunson is.
No, I'm just comparing Hartenstein and Jalen Duren.
You what? Sorry?
Hartenstein and Jalen Duren.
Putting those two together?
Yeah, those are my two comparisons. Right.
Instead of having Hartenstein, you would have had Duren.
Yeah, that was my point.
But you wouldn't have Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, you would have. You would absolutely would have if you didn't sign Nerlens Noel, was my point. Right. If you didn't sign a backup center from a random team that came here and because it's gonna happen, bro. Like in your Hartenstein example, and your Hartenstein say they trade Mitch.
But hold on,
right?
there's the point that you're missing there is at that point in time when they signed Burks and Nerlens Noel, they did not know that Jalen Brunson was not going to be signed by Dallas. That was the first year of the last year of his free agency.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even thought of to be available.
I think they were thinking about Donovan Mitchell at that point.
Probably they were probably looking down the road at Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jalen Brunson wasn't even in the cards. And you have to commend them because they swiftly moved in.
They pivoted
and did everything they had to do. Give away picks, signings. Okay, we did this. We got to get off this now because we have a shot to get this guy.
Understood.
And we have a shot to get this guy cheap.
Understood.
So sometimes you don't know when things are gonna happen, but commend them for when it did. They
did a great job. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, man. Like, remember when we used to talk about, how Leon Rose was this and that and sleeping, and I'm like, it's not when you want it. It's like when the time is right. I mean, it was like 2 years that we've been after OG.
Right.
And he didn't do this, he didn't do that. At the end of the day, we've landed OG, and look what he's transformed the team. We have not seen this team for more than a month.
Right. No, so just to refresh that conversation a little bit. My thing was never that they didn't do anything in free agency or through trades, right? Because I know that it takes two to tango. My thing was always the draft, right? Like why are we drafting Quentin Grimes when we could have traded up one spot or two spots to get Trey Murphy III? Right? They were trying to trade up to 13 to get Chris Duarte, right? And my thing was, why are you trying to trade up to get Chris Duarte? You just drafted a 23-year-old last year, right? What do you need with a 24-year-old rookie this year? Go get Trey Murphy III, bring him in. He fits what Tom Thibodeau wants to do. That was one of my beefs. Like at the draft, I was beefing with Leon Rose, right?
I mean, that's a solid. I mean, and then looking at what he's turned to now, like, yeah, I mean, it's great. That's a great,
And just for clarity, Eddie Steve, it's not revisionist history. I was mentioning Trey Murphy III's name since January of that year.
Yes,
I like,
he was on the radar. He was on the
yeah,
radar.
he was, you know, like how
The
I
thing
have
was that
Ryan Dunn on
he
the
got
team.
out of the range. He shot up the draft board and he got out of our range.
Right.
And then, you know, who knows what the Pelicans, you know, they probably really wanted him. He fell to them. So who knows what they wanted, and Knicks are super cheap.
Right. And
But
so right now, I'll ask Knicks fans right now, Knicks fans, for Trey Murphy III, right now, would you trade Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims, and Rokas Jokibitis for Trey Murphy III right now? That's just
of course,
Of course you would, bro. Of course you would. In a heartbeat, you would. Right now, here's the other thing. Would you trade Trey Murphy III for Chris Duarte straight up? Of course you
hell
wouldn't.
no.
Of course you wouldn't. My point then, and it stands now, is that the draft is so unpredictable that when you see a sure thing, you have to jump on it. That's my point, right? Trey Murphy III is a 6'8" defending wing that can shoot the three, right? And I love OG Anunoby, right? But if you had drafted Trey Murphy III for OG spot, can you imagine what you could have used those other assets for instead of OG? Right? And I love OG. I want Trey Murphy III, Ryan Dunn, and OG, and Kelly Oubre. You know me, I love wings, bro.
You think
Right?
Kelly Oubre is going to be a Knick?
Yes, I think it's destiny, bro. I think it's destiny. I think he's CAA now, right? I think it's, man. I saw Kelly Oubre play in Washington. I saw him play in Charlotte.
I think he's a
Man,
great fit. I like
yeah,
his demeanor, like his nasty, like he's like another Josh Hart.
right.
And you can't have enough of those guys.
You can't, man. You can't, especially when you're facing a team on the verge of being a dynasty, bro. The
And I think
Celtics,
he'll I think the Knicks, because the Knicks are such like a nerdy type group. You know what I'm saying? Like Brunson is a nerd. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's like he's not imposing. You know, that's why Julius doesn't mind, you know, respects him. You know,
right,
because he's not all encompassing, you know, he's not like trying to be the man and stuff, and he's nerdy and he's goofy and stuff like that. So there's no he's not intimidating at all. But you know, he can ball. Like this basketball play has nothing to do with his personality, but that just makes him that much of a player that you want to play with him. So I guess
right,
that's what I'm trying to get to. Like Oubre would probably love playing for that type of family, you know, that because that's what the Knicks are, bro. They're tight. There's like a family, man, and that's when you know you have something special.
right,
That's why Isaiah Hartenstein probably is not going to leave.
right.
You
And
know what
on
I'm
the
saying?
Hartenstein thing, I just want to say something just real quick. Right. My thing is not to be disrespectful to the Hartenstein family. Right. That's not what I'm saying. Like when I talked about salary and all that stuff, what I'm saying is NBA money is different, man. You can model all you want, but NBA high profile athletics, sports money is different, bro. Sports money is, man,
But let me tell you something.
and
Do
so,
you honestly?
I'll apologize to them for that. That's not the direction. I didn't want to disrespect their family about who makes what and who's important and who's not. What I'm saying is when the opportunity comes for you to make life-changing money, you gotta do it, bro.
But do you really think there's going to be a team that's going to offer Isaiah Hartenstein a $20 million 4-year deal?
No, I think they're gonna offer him a 3-year, $60 million deal.
And who do you think that team is going to be?
The Washington Wizards.
And you are gonna go play with the Washington Wizards
Yep.
and not sniff playing in meaningful basketball for the next 3 years,
Yep.
watch your value go down as a player. So when it's the next time for you to get a contract, you're not gonna sniff 60 million.
But here's the thing. You didn't let
Because
me.
you have to take that into account.
You didn't let me.
You can stay with the Knicks for 17 and be perennially in the playoffs for the next 3 to 4 years. And when it's time for you, and if you keep on playing at the level that you're playing and the Knicks keep on winning, the next contract that you have is probably going to be more than what you're getting.
Right. Right. Or just to finish my point, right? I think the Washington Wizards could offer him 20. I think if the Brooklyn Nets lose Nick Claxton, I think the Brooklyn Nets can offer him 20. Right? I think Oklahoma City could be ready to offer him money also. I think there are teams that are off the radar that we don't know yet about that could offer him that money and feel comfortable with him. But I said the Washington Wizards because it gives the Hartenstein family the best of both worlds, right? You like a hour and a half flight from New York City, right? Or 40, I think it's 45 minutes. I think it's like a 45-minute flight from New York City. You get the bag and your wife can still do the same thing that she want to do, right? Respectfully, because if my wife would have heard me say that, she'd have came in and juked me in the neck, right? My wife would have juked me in the neck.
I think at the end of the day, the Knicks are going to sign Isaiah Hartenstein to a $15 million 3-year deal.
Ooh. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I think we're going to get Isaiah Hartenstein for 3 years, $15 million per, which comes out to $45 million. I think we're going to trade Mitchell Robinson. Now that you put that in my brain, I think we're going to trade Mitchell Robinson and a first-round pick to the Memphis Grizzlies, and we'll probably get, we'll probably get a player back from them. And probably some more second-round picks. And with that, we'll go out and we'll get some other player, another probably sign Kelly Oubre. Probably sign Kelly Oubre.
So are you backing away from your center thing that you thought about 2 years ago?
No, I wouldn't. But again, it's because of the construction of the team at this point in time. Like, this is like fruitful thinking and like into the future, and this is just hypotheticals.
Right.
But if Isaiah Hartenstein, if somebody's going to pay Isaiah Hartenstein $20 million per year, right, and I can't pay that, obviously I have to let him go.
Excuse me. Yeah.
But I wouldn't pay him 17. But if you're telling me 3 years, 15, that's more palatable.
You can live with it.
I could live with that. And then still try to get off Mitchell Robinson.
I'm telling you this because I've been watching other YouTubers. I've been watching the Thunder YouTubers. I've watched some Washington Wizards stuff. I've been hearing stuff with Brooklyn. And I think they value Isaiah Hartenstein as much as we value Isaiah Hartenstein. And
I think there's a lot of people that have been. He's opened eyes, especially being in the playoffs, and what he did during the season, and him as a person, his basketball IQ. I think there's a lot of people that like that type of player. The thing is that I think he likes playing with us.
I listen, man. I no doubt thinks he loves the Knicks.
Yeah, he just likes playing. He likes playing with Brunson, and he likes playing with Hart, and he likes playing with
And I
with
think
everybody.
he also feels appreciated. And that
Yeah,
goes a long way too in your decision making process.
I think Thibodeau is very important to him too. You know, so I think the organization is. I think he's fallen in love with the organization. So, and we're winning. So, yeah, man. Obviously, there's gonna be teams that are gonna be interested in him, but I think his heart lies in New York, and at the end of the day, he'll probably be a Knick.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit it because it's late over here, bro.
Man, it's late here. You
I
talking about
know it's
some
3 o'clock over there, right? It's 3 o'clock.
Oh my God, bro. You just put a rock in my shoe. Anyway, thank y'all everybody for rocking. My name is Uncle Freezy. For those that are here for the first time, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter, X. We have conversations like this one all the time, just in case you're new here. So the platform is more of a democratic. I take more of a democratic approach to things. You know, I won't be the main speaker all the time. I will pass this microphone back and forth with the likes of Eddie C and others. And so on our way out, I'm just going to say thank you. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Consider following us on X. And we are out of here. Eddie C, thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you for staying.
No problem, man. Take it easy.